are you all tonight? Happy Sunday evening. I'm on here a day earlier than usual. Usually I come on at Monday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And tonight I'm on here a day early because tomorrow I have plans with family and friends, and I'm looking forward to spending some good holiday time with them. So let me know if you're on. Say hi. Hi, Connie. How are you tonight, my friend? I'm super excited because I have a really cute, so simple. This project, you guys are going to love it. Hi, Teresa. How are you? So this project is a very quick and easy project. You could crank out a bunch if you need some last minute gift ideas for somebody that loves dogs. This is like a perfect gift. And it's something you could do very quickly. So for those of you that are new here, my name is Reta Freecott and I own Picked and Polished. I'm also the owner and creator of a paid membership group called the DIY Decor Makers Group, and that's an online membership group for women. Hi, Denise. I got some divas on here tonight, some DIY divas, where I teach them how to use their Cricut machines, even if they've never plugged them in. And we make stencils, both reusable and vinyl stencils, to create beautiful decor for their homes, their businesses, and to inspire others in DIY workshops. And so every week I come on and share creative ideas with you with Cricut stencils and show you how to make beautiful things for your home business or to do in a workshop. So, and actually this project would be fun to do in a workshop as well. Hi, LaDonna. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Mara. How are you ladies tonight? Happy almost Christmas. So I've got these really cute little stencils that I made with my Cricut machine, 631 stencil vinyl. And I have a new puppy, and you guys can't see that this is backwards, but her name is Wrigley, and she's named after Wrigley Field, the Wrigley Stadium in Chicago, because that's where my husband's from. And the poor guy got stuck with 3 of us girls, and he thought maybe he'd get a boy dog, and we ended up getting a girl dog. And so, yeah, at least he got to pick the name. So she's very sweet. So we're going to be making her a little Christmas present tonight. Do you want to bring her over and show everybody Wrigley?
Yes.
All right, come here. There's my daughter. She's going to show her Wrigley. You guys say hi to Wrigley. She's gotten a lot bigger since the last time I posted a picture. You say hi.
Hi.
Say hi. I'm making you a present tonight, Riggs. Right? So hi, Tiffany. Hi, Lori. All right, so go ahead and take her out, and you guys go read some Christmas books while I finish, okay? Be gentle. All right. She's very fuzzy. She had a bath today.
Oh, yes.
Okay. So, so yeah, the girls are doing a little sleepover tonight, so they're all excited in the living room. Yes, she has gotten really big. I know I showed her pictures of her when she was like new, and she's 4 months old now, but she's so sweet. So anyway, so we're going to be doing that. I've just got this tiny block of wood. I want to say it's 5 by 6-ish. And it's just very simple. You could do this with any size. We're going to be using a stencil that I made with my Cricut. This image on the Cricut Design Space is already an image. And what's cool about the Cricut Design Space, if you have the access, help me out here, what's the word I'm looking for? The subscription with Cricut, you can access all different kinds of doggy shapes or silhouettes. So depending on what kind of dog the person has, you want to gift it or you want to do it for yourself. Just pick something similar to what the dog silhouette would be. And I made a couple. I wanted to save some of my mistake ones because first I made one that was this size and it was too small for the board. So sometimes that happens. It's okay. Go back to the drawing board. And so it has her name going vertically and then the dog. I'm going to be cutting the little tail off, and this is, wait for it, you guys. This is the cutest part of the sign. The tail is going to be replaced by this little hook, which is going to hold her little leash. So how much fun is that? It's such a basic thing, but it's so super cute. And these are just plain old metal hooks with the 2 screws that go into them. So this is going to end up being the tail on the sign, which I just think is so clever. I saw this idea on Pinterest, and I wish I could credit which person I saw it on, but I just think it's super fun. So, Nikki, we're going to have to make one for Coco and Chelsea, too. So, hi, Barbara. Hi, Donna. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be working on tonight. I picked a navy blue in the navy by Dixie Belle. I'm going to be doing some distressing around the edges because, you know, the Cubs, the blue. I almost went with the Cubbies bright blue, but it's just not in my decor style. So I went with the navy blue. I'll do some distressing and I'll show you how to apply the hook without cracking the wood with the pre-drilling your holes and all that good stuff. We'll do that tonight. And then as an accent on the side, I thought I would add a little bit of snowflake ribbon that can be changed out throughout the year. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. If you guys have questions, let me know. I think that's pretty much it. I already weeded my stencil, and all that weeding is after you put this through the Cricut machine, it cuts out your design, and then you pull off the areas of the vinyl that you want to actually apply paint to. And then I applied my transfer tape over my stencil, and I'll go ahead and show you how I do that process. Some of you have seen this a million times. The other thing I wanted to show you that's already made in the Cricut Access subscription is this little design. You could custom make one yourself by connecting the designs in Design Space, but they've already created this little text box. So I thought this was really cute too. So if you didn't want to do a custom name next to the puppy silhouette, you could just pull that out of your Design Space in your Cricut Access section and go to images and type in woof or dog, and it will come up. And so I thought that would be a really good alternative for someone that doesn't necessarily want, maybe you have a couple of dogs and you only want to make one of these, then that would be a cute like trade-off instead of doing the name. And the font that I used for Wrigley is Felix, F-E-L-I-X, and I'll put that in the description box above when I'm finished. So welcome everybody tonight. Go ahead and sprinkle this video out into Facebook land so other people can see this crafty fun. And it is helpful to me because then I can do more and continue to do the free tutorials that I do every week on my page. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my camera down and show you how I make this super cute little puppy. You could do it as a gift or you could keep it for your own home decor. All right, so I'm using my table tonight. I don't have my, hold on just a second. I'm gonna move this around a little bit. There we go. That's a little bit straighter for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of make sure my board is clean. I'm gonna flip my stencil over. And you could make this as big or as small as you wanted. Mine's about 5 by 6 ish. And I'm gonna go ahead and leave off part of this tail here on the stencil because I'm gonna replace the tail with this hook. It's just a really simple but super cute idea. I'm gonna use a white paint just so that it really pops off of the navy blue. You probably can't tell in the lighting that this is a navy. Because it's the Dixie Belle, it's a chalk paste finish, you can see that there's it looks really chalky, but I'll clear coat this. All right, and I'm gonna off center this because I wanna leave some space for some twine and a little bit of fabric. So I'm gonna pull my design off to the side a little bit and just kind of eyeball it. The lighting's not great in here. I have my ring light out in my shop, so I need to go get that for my next live. And I just want to make sure, I know I cut my vinyl straight, so I just want to make sure that my puppy is sitting straight on my board. And I'm looking at this edge and I can see that that's not straight, and I know that I cut it straight, so I gotta straighten that out here a little bit. I'm going to use this as my guiding line. That's pretty good. Over just a hair. All right, so now that should be good enough. Make sure none of the puppy ears or head are off of the board. I'm going to go ahead and rub this down. And then I'm just going to peel my transfer tape off. Okay. Just gonna keep pulling. There we go. And I'm not gonna actually be painting this tail on. I'm just gonna kind of paint onto a curve so that this actually ends up being the little tail on the puppy, okay? So that part of the stencil won't get painted tonight, and so I'm just kind of explaining why ahead of time. I'm gonna use some Dixie Belle fluff here for the puppy and keep it kind of neutral. Let's see, I'm gonna use a really dry brush and make sure my stencil's really well rubbed down. I love it when I can just hop onto my Cricut in Design Space and find like a design that's already been done. And even though I had to do the wriggly part, the silhouette for the puppy was already in there. So it's, to me, it's worth having that, the Access $9.99 a month subscription, because I can just go in. And for those of you in my DIY Decor Makers group, I will go ahead tomorrow and give you the, I mean, you can just go into the search and type in dog, and the different silhouettes will be in the selection. But I will, if I don't do it tonight, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll give you guys the name of the actual image, so you can just find it super quick. I'll put that in the group. And I'll put that in the feed here too, for those of you that aren't in my group, so you can find, if you have a Cricut, you can find this image quickly. And it'll be free for you if you have the subscription. If not, you'll have to pay for it through Cricut. It's probably only a couple dollars, or maybe even $1, I'm not sure. So I'm just going over this with just kind of like a dry brush technique, and I got a little bit of my white here, and I didn't really want that to happen, so it's no big deal. I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of the navy color. I'm not going to get in a panic or worry too much about that. Here we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the wriggly, and then I'll just touch up the puppy silhouette here. And so welcome to anyone new that's on with me tonight. If you guys it's your first time here, feel free to ask any questions. I always go back after and answer them. I'm using less paint and doing light layers anytime I stencil, and I always use a really dry brush. All right, so this is a great project for those of you that need a quick gift idea for someone that loves dogs or has a dog, or even for your own dog. Like, this is gonna go under the tree for Wrigley this year. This will be her little gift from us. Let's see if there's any questions I can answer. Let's see, and I come live once a week and do these tutorials for you, so you get something fun you can do. If you don't have a Cricut yet, or if you have a silhouette machine, you could do the same sort of things as well with these vinyl stencils. And I specialize in teaching women how to use their Cricut machines and create beautiful things in the DIY Decor Makers group, which is my private group. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this up here. And you notice I'm not using a ton of paint. It's a very light layer of paint on there. And I'll go ahead and let this dry a little bit. And I accidentally painted over here. I didn't want to paint the tail, so I'll have to go back and just kind of cover that up with a little bit of the navy. Girls, if you want, you can go in your room until I'm done, and then you can come back out, okay?
Nope, I think so.
Okay, you're okay being out here?
Yeah.
All right. Usually the girls are in bed by now, you guys, but since it's holiday vacation, we're letting them stay up a little bit late. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Usually I let this dry, but because we're live tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this stencil. Oh man, so cute, right? And then you can see here where I got a little bit of the navy on there. Hey, Soph, why don't you guys go ahead, please, and head into your room and come back out when I'm done, okay? All right, so I'm gonna put a little bit of in the navy on the tail here. There we go. Just to kind of, do you see where I kind of got a little bit of the white on there? Now it's all covered up. It's not a big deal. When it dries, it'll dry and it'll match perfectly. All right. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my little weeding tool here, my little hook, looks like a tooth scraper. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up these, whoops, pull up that little piece of vinyl. And now you guys can see what it's gonna look like with a little tail. Check this out. How cute is that? Right? And then I'll go ahead, you guys can see it's got the little hook. It looks like a little tail. And then I'll go ahead and put, I'll distress it and I'll go ahead and put some ribbon on the edge here, maybe a little bit of twine, a little bow. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the holes pre-drilled. So anytime I'm doing anything with screws on wood, I always pre-drill holes because otherwise you run the risk of things cracking, especially if you're screwing something in near the edge. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use a really small drill bit just to make a little, a very little start for where the screw is gonna go. I kind of eyeball it, see where I want it, and I can mark it if I want to. I can just hold down my hook and just kind of mark, like push it in just a little bit. And then I can move I'm just gonna put a tiny little, oh, I know, Wrigley, that was scary, wasn't it? Was that sound scary, Riggs? Did you guys hear her? Okay. I know, Riggs. So then I'm just gonna change out my drill bit, pop that in, tighten it up, and make sure it's straight. And normally, like if in a perfect world, I would let the paint dry first. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Jan. I'm gonna go ahead and pop in my screws. I know, isn't this so cute? And it's so simple. And I think once I get the distressing done and the fabric on it, it will look even cuter. It'll just kind of like pull everything together. But you could also just leave it plain and not do any of that. And I would have just centered it instead of have it off to the side. All right, let's see. Let me just see if I can line this up straight. And I'm not gonna drill all the way down. Let me just make sure this tail is straight. I'm gonna flip it around so I can see what I'm doing here. It's hard to tell when I'm upside down. All right. Get that in there. Ooh, come on. And then before I get it totally down, before I push them totally down, I'm gonna make sure this is really straight. I'm gonna hold it in place and then I'm gonna screw all the way in. This is a driver, so I have to be careful it doesn't go too hard. There we go. Right? See the little wagging tail? How cute is that? Then I'll give my edges some distressing. And anytime you're using a chalk-based paint, this is something that comes up sometimes when I'm doing workshops. People get in a panic because they see that the paint has changed color, especially if you use like a red, it looks like it's pink. And it totally goes back to normal once you put a clear coat or a wax or whatever on it. Tonight, I'm just gonna use Big Mama's Butter from Dixie Belle. I actually use it as a hand cream too. It's really, really nice. You can use it on your skin or you can use it on products or whatever. And I'm just gonna go over this with a clear coat and it will kind of take away that like dusty sort of look that the blue has because of where I sanded. So I'll go ahead and do that and then we'll apply the fabric on the corner. Let me just get a little bit of, I'm just going to take one of my rags here and just put a little bit of the butter on. And again, like in a perfect world, I would wait for this white paint to really like set. But you can see, put a little bit of the butter on and it really like rejuvenates the color of the paint. Isn't that so nice? Gives it a little sheen. It makes it smell really good. You can get this on my website, pickedandpolishedblog.com. If you're looking for something like that. This makes a really good clear coat for dark colors, because actually dark colors are really hard to sometimes to clear coat easily. It's not the most, like, it's not something I would use on like a kitchen table, but it's good for like little, you know, lightweight sort of projects, things that aren't going to get a lot of heavy use. And once this, I just want to make sure that the puppy is dry before I start going over it with the butter, because if I don't, the white will start to kind of pull this way. So let me just see what happens when I add a little bit of the butter here. All right. Just going to go ahead and, all right, so we're good. Look at that. It gives it like a nice sheen. And it did not pull any of the white, so that's good. All right, so now we're just gonna add a little, I'm thinking a little bit of twine, like if I wrap it around a few times, might be kind of nice, and then do a little snowflake bow that can be changed out throughout the year maybe. So I'll probably start with tying this off in the corner. Like that. Okay, and then go ahead around. Just tie this. Just as a little tip, you guys can tell that my wood is a little bit grooved on the back. If you go to your local lumber yard and you ask for wood that's planed on one side, you will get a better price than wood that is planed on both sides. And it just means that one side of the wood is a little bit, it's not quite as smooth. All right, so I'm gonna leave that for now. I'll probably smooth that out in the back, but just for now I wanted to have that finished. And then we'll add a couple little pieces of bow. Let's see. I'm gonna cut these down. All right, so I like to do a quick messy bow. The ladies in my group know what I'm talking about, because I'm always doing a quick messy bow, and I just layer my bows and then, or layer my fabric and then tie. It's really, really quick and full and easy and fun. And then I'll go ahead and trim the edges and have a cute little bow for the corner of this little sign. So let me go ahead and do that part here. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of trim these up like that. Kind of finish them off a little bit. I have my hot glue here, and then I'll be able to put this all together for you and show you what it looks like when it's finished. So what are you guys working on this weekend? Any fun projects for the holiday coming up? And happy Hanukkah, those of you that celebrate Hanukkah. I'm gonna just flip this here. All right, one more. Just cutting those little V's. And it's, again, it's a little messy bow, nothing fancy, but it's just cute and simple. I'm gonna trim this one down a little bit. And get my hot glue, and then I'll be able to show you what it looks like now that it's all finished. All right, there we go. I try not to get too crazy with the hot glue, because then I feel like whenever it shows, it like just doesn't, it just looks messy to me. So I try to take it easy with the hot glue here. All right, so now We've got an adorable sign. At least I think it is. It's simple, cute, and easy. And look at the little wagging tail hook, right? So, so yes, Debbie, we do have the Buddha at the Altered Studio. And I also have it on my website. So, I hope this project for you guys, let me lift up my camera, it's something fun and simple you can do. If you're good at freehand drawing, or you want to use, like if you want to print something up on your computer, like a silhouette of a puppy and some, you know, like a name, you could also transfer it using just, you know, you trace it with your pencil and you flip it over and you rub on it in like the old school way. And you could just use some really nice fine point, I can't think tonight. What's the word I'm looking for? Paintbrush. There we go. Paintbrush. Fine point paintbrush to do your hand lettering and a little dog silhouette, and you're good to go. So you don't necessarily have to have a cutting machine to do fun projects like this. It just makes it a lot easier for me. And I get a lot cleaner lines with that as well. So there's my little fun holiday project for you guys to make as a quick gift for a friend, family member, or even for your own pooch. Now that we have a pooch, it seems like fitting that I make something for a puppy for the holiday season. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Christmas and Hanukkah. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Donna. Hi, Nancy. So yeah, so I'm so glad you guys were with me tonight. Thank you so much. And be sure to sprinkle this about in Facebook world so other people can see and so I can keep creating free tutorials for you guys. So have a wonderful holiday, guys. See you next week. Okay, bye.